What's up, people? And my people didn't want to show up. Okay, let's bring up Streamlabs again and try and get my avatars going. There we go. Turned you down. What's up? Should be good now. Bloop. And there's me. All right, well, it's been requested. And
Wait, are you starting already?
No.
Okay.
No. But I want it at the beginning for someone who watches people come back and watch the VOD. And so I just want to be like, hey, this is what we're just doing. So I'm going to be reviewing some stuff. So while I was putting stuff away today from the Planner Con, I remembered that someone had asked me about the contents of this folder. It's right here. This contains artwork that I have done. The art that I actually used to get into college. Well, half of it. So this contains the comic work. So there's that. And then I found a project that I was working on that maybe, it would be fun to get back to, but I have another big project. But this is a college project. So maybe we'll see some progress. I don't know. So yeah, definitely stick around. But until then, I think we're gonna try. Oh man, I don't have paper towel.
Paper towel?
Yep.
Is there some in the bathroom?
I don't think so.
I took those downstairs this week because we needed napkins, remember?
It's like, I think they're just in the attic. Yeah, we need it anyway for downstairs and for up here. Let's do it this one. So until then, we'll just gonna do some watercolor. Actually, I think I was gonna start on this one. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this one till I got back into feeling this one before I screw that up. Want to get warmed up, do that right. So my two brushes out. Hey Don, what's going on? We're gonna be doing watercolor until we get a couple extra people in, and then we're going to be reviewing half of what I used to get into SCAD and then some of the college work that I did in SCAD. Hey baby.
I was going to the bathroom and I wanted to see them again.
Oh, good night.
Alright, see you in the morning.
Why are you not showing things? What are you doing?
So, did your package arrive safely? I wasn't able to go to the post office because I was at a convention. So I will be grabbing it. Well, I would say I would grab it tomorrow, but I gotta go to work all early in the morning. So at the latest, I'll grab it on Tuesday. I'm very much looking forward to what it is. Weird fuzzies.
This one you want?
Yeah, thank you. right there. Try and come in and even this out now. Because I decided to use a detail brush instead of like this flattening brush. Not necessarily a flattening brush, but you know, it's a brush that can smooth out the stuff a little bit further. Unlike what I just did, which was do something that, well, it just wasn't smart. So, and so yeah. Oops, we don't need anything there. Then we're going to come in and do this one. Who are you telling that they needed to be there? If you don't mind me asking.
AG.
Oh, okay. What we got? I mean, I guess we can start. We got 3 people on, or supposedly 3 people on YouTube, and then we have Don, and then there's you guys. So I guess we could.
Gotta send her the link.
I guess we can go ahead and get started. You know. It's like Tyler left too. Although he's kind of seen it.
No, he wants to watch it happen. He'll be back. Give him a minute.
Okay. Look, there he is. I have people, so it's it's kind of like, hey, we should go look. The size of 2.5 people, so it's. Ooh, such a different amount. Wow. And you don't dilute that bad boy. Woo. It comes in super dark. All right. Doo-doo. So I was told to wait. Got to make sure one person comes in. Tyler's made it back, but we have one more person that we kind of want to make sure is part of the call or stream. Part of the
talking to
huh?
on the phone today, Ty?
Ooh, too much. Spread that water out a little bit. Hi there. And what watercolor are you using? I'm using, thank you, by the way, but I'm using the travel pack that I got from Walmart. So I'm just learning how to use watercolor, and one of the things that I'm trying to do is keep the amount of colors that I have down, so that I'm not getting overwhelmed by all the colors before I know kind of what I'm doing. And I did some, and some of them turned out alright, some of them turned out not so alright. So we're really in a learning process. So I'm really trying to keep that really loose and easy. So, but I got this other one. So I have this one that I plan on using. Right, but they're all the cakes, the watercolor cakes. I don't think I'm ready for the tubes, watercolor tubes. Do you do watercolor, Judith? I don't. Oh, okay. Oh no! I smeared it. Look at me being awesome. Well, I sure as heck did. He's like, I mean, I smeared it something good too. But, you know, we'll try and fix it.
There's do and not do. There's no try.
Well, that's fair.
I heard a wise person said that once.
Well, I'm gonna fix it. I hope. I'm just curious. That's cool. But it's definitely gonna drive me crazy. So let's go ahead and try and fix that red now. We're still kind of on a holding pattern, right?
I can go.
Oh yeah? Oh.
I mean,
You know.
don't check their messages. They don't check their messages.
Oh.
Only so much I can do.
Alright, I'm just gonna add this, gonna add some black here. And then we will get started momentarily on the understanding and review of my work. Currently have so much water. What inspires you to draw? So honestly, I get to stay a kid for a while, and it's now something that I get to do with my kids. Like, my kids are starting to become very creative, and the way that it started was the one thing that connected me with my dad. So he was a military man, and when he came home when I was a kid, he would come home and we would watch cartoons and stuff, and that was that was pretty much it. That was the reason why I wanted to make sure I learned comics, because that's what he liked, and he was, so I was just trying to strengthen that bond with my dad. And now, kind of made it into my profession, sort of, and I teach, so yeah. And I get to draw ninjas, so it's one of my big things. Ninjas is kind of my thing, so I get to draw ninjas all the time. And I get to learn new stuff. Like, I'm trying to learn watercolor. And at first, I'm doing watercolor all by myself, and just going off of the stuff that I know. I normally use markers, so going off of the stuff that I know about markers, trying to re-teach myself a new medium, and then once I either admit the fact that I need to really, really get someone to help me, I'll start looking at tutorials and stuff, because I know it's going to happen, because I'll be able to get so far. And then I'm going to go, I need to know what in the world I'm doing.
Yeah, you're such a slacker.
I know. Beautification. It was. It is. All right. High school first or college first?
High school first, of course. None of my friends are here. They're all gonna miss it. Sucks to be them.
I was like, do you want me to wait?
No.
All right. So, as promised today, we're going to look at... so this contains the first comic, air quotes comic, that I actually did. I used this comic to actually get into SCAD, which is the Savannah College of Art and Design, when I went to college. And let's just say it was really good that I had other work, had more traditional work to go along with it. Because, yeah. But I've had this folder since high school. And this folder, and me trying to... This is back in the day. I don't even know if you guys can really see that, but back in the day, I was like, oh, I can do graffiti, which I couldn't. And I was like, I can do graffiti, and no. But anyway.
Can you do graffiti now?
I cannot. It's something that I think I could probably learn, but I can't instinctively do it. All right. Oh, man. Let's close this. So, look at that. I dated my stuff, too. I did not have a signature back in the day. It was just my name with the date. So this beautiful piece of misproportioned character was done in 1993. July 11th, 1993.
How old were you?
I was 13.
Maybe draws better than you.
Way better than me. So I was 13. So apparently early on I wanted to be a character designer. I just didn't know it. I just told myself I wanted to do comics. But apparently I really wanted to be a character designer. So I created this character who has there's so much stuff going on with this guy. He's got a Gatling gun in the back, some spiked shield, an axe that got cut off that has a spear on the end. It's got a flamethrower with a blade, and he's got superpowers.
No calves. Since that said no calves on your character.
No calves. I mean, they're there. Sort of.
Hi, Miss Ebony.
Hi, Miss Ebony. I mean,
Say hi,
there's,
Miss Ebony.
Hi, Miss Ebony.
there's some... You said character design? It's a person who creates characters for stories and movies and comics and stuff. And so the story behind this was that a group of friends and we were going to come together and create the next X-Men. Let me tell you that didn't happen.
Your character's prepared for everything.
I mean, he really is, and he has the power of fire. And I don't know if you can really tell what the hell that is that's back here, but it's supposed to be a spider out of fire. Like, can you see that now? Okay. Like, it's supposed to be a a spider out of fire. Because his name, get this, is Fire Spider. Oh man, this. Woo! I think I might have to redesign Fire Spider.
Okay. Ooh, that sounds like fun.
I'm gonna have to figure out.
X-Men name Arachnid No Calves.
He's got calves. He's got no knees. He's got no knees. Look at that understanding of anatomy. Look at that.
You said, can I stay up till 10 or no?
Look at that. That is what's up. Wow. Good stuff. Then this was my attempt at my no, oh no. I forgot all about this one. So when I was wrestling, so if Butch was here, he would tell you just how long you have to wait in between matches, which is weird, but you gotta wait like hours. So you have one match and then you gotta wait hours until you can wrestle again. So I was on the wrestling team and I was bored, so I copied. I drew it, right? But this was from a Jim Lee. It was from a Jim Lee cover, and so I just redrew it. But wow, I can't believe I still have this. Look.
I hope you aren't going to be too hard on your 13-year-old self. No, that's my job.
No.
I'm hard on 13-year-old Kaiser.
13-year-old Kaiser had a dream. He wanted to make a Fire X-Men that looked like Blade and Demolition Man all at the same time.
Well, now you have the Black Dragon.
Yeah, but that's not the same. But anyway, well, Blade maybe. But I did this. Oh man, look at my signature. Look at how my signature was.
Oh, I should have sent it to Marcy.
Look at that. That was my signature for a while. See it? But I did this when I was 17. The devil is promoting Calvin Klein 1 because that's what was constantly playing or being advertised on TV, so it was stuck in my head. And by the way, his shoulder, which is over here, is not connected to his body. That's up here, because that's his bicep, that's his forearm, and his shoulder is like right here, but it's supposed to be up here. Couldn't even.
Judith said awesome.
Huh?
Judith said awesome.
Oh, thanks. It couldn't even. His head's way too small.
Yeah, that's a consistent problem you have for the next 2 decades of your art.
Yep. But that skull was pretty good. Skull wasn't bad. Right? It was alright. At least we were able to draw a skull halfway decent. Alright. Okay. Drawing a comic. Now when did I do this? When was this? I guess I was 18? 17, 18?
Would have been 17, right? So you did
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Wednesday.
That's right. 17. So I was 17, and I was like, I'm going to get into... I always wanted to draw comics. And then it was like, all right, there's a school that has comics. I'm going to draw, I don't know how many pages of comic, but it's got to have a cover. Which, by the way, is supposed to be a 2-page spread. The rest of the characters never got any love. Oh my goodness. Alright, so this was my attempt at logo design. I mean, it's not bad. I tried. So they were called the Outcasts because, once again, I was trying to make X-Men. Because, to be honest, that was the only thing that, I mean, that's the only thing that really came to Germany. Like X-Men and Superman. Every now and then you'd either get Batman or you get Spider-Man. But X-Men was everywhere. So, X-Men. I was trying to be... I don't know what I was trying to be. But What's up, AG? You are just in time.
AG, we're looking at that comic that he used to submit to get into stat.
This is what I did to get. Oh, and so many tangents.
They saw this and were like, oh, this child needs help.
It probably. Goodness. So I had a gigantic Native American, because, X-Men was inclusive. I had, so I guess the Outcast actually
Yes,
had a
he was in
character.
Germany at this time.
Yes. Had me as a character, because I always wanted to be some type of ninja-ish person. And so I drew this, which I stole from a comic somewhere. And I drew this. The problem is, here's the problem. You never see him in this outfit, ever, except for on the cover. Because this is not the way he looks. It was something that I thought was cool and put in there. It was like, ha, this is cool. And then I've got, like, this was supposed to be my Omega Ninja. Like, he used Rambo anti-tank guns and had samurai swords on his back for some reason. Because, I mean, as we've learned from 13-year-old me, you gotta be ready for everything. You gotta be ready for everything. Now, 17-year-old me. What?
CQC is a thing.
You guys are hip on the lingo. What? What? I'm old. You gotta break that down for me.
Time. Your daddy called your daddy old.
So,
Watch your daddy.
so, I wanted to be able to draw women when I was 17. And can I tell you that I couldn't draw women when I was 17?
Close quarter combat.
Close quarter combat. Okay. It is a thing, but not with this ninja, apparently. So this was supposed to be my woman character. Yeah.
In the blue vest?
Yeah.
That looks a lot like Mr. T.
Yeah, look, I understand. 17-year-old me could not draw women. Like, at all.
Never started out as Snoopy Dog's house.
It's a good thing they probably have no neck.
Stephanie's funny.
Miss Ebony's just mean. She always mean.
She's not mean.
So that's nothing new.
She's lighting a fire under your behind.
Where were you when I was 17?
Working. She had a job.
I'm just saying that kind of
She wasn't a slacker.
that kind of fire lighting could have been good, because.
I have it in my hand. Do you want it?
But anyway, so.
I still have my old comics from yesteryear.
Oh yeah,
You should stream them for us soon.
you should. Raising my son. Okay.
Oh, bad idea. Bad idea.
Oh, you sunburnt. Oh yeah, that. Not all of them. This is the only. This was the comic I had. Because what's crazy is all of my undergrad work, I think I destroyed. If I'm not mistaken, I don't have any of my undergrad work.
Not really. I'm just mainly teasing Kaiser that he drew a very buff, very
Yeah.
masculine woman.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. There you go. All right. So, first mistake, and the thing that when you don't have someone who likes comics as a teacher, they don't actually fix anything. Excuse me. And then, of course.
Oh, that's sweet. Gagey still has comics from elementary school.
Oh wow, that's awesome. And then, of course, you didn't. I don't have any panel borders, like no gutters. This is a true sign of someone who doesn't know what they're doing. Because just
Well,
that.
you knew what you were doing. You
Eh.
just didn't know how to do it right.
Okay, I'll take that. But so we have our hero. Remember this guy. This guy. Nice. So opens the door, door's opening, and here's the crazy part. Why do we not see his eyes, but we see his goatee? Yeah, AG, you need to stream all of that so we can see that too. That'd be cool. I agree with the boss. And so line weight was not a thing for me at all, which has changed over my times, because line weight is like one of the big things that I teach in school. So definitely line weight all day.
You know what else I noticed?
What's that?
Is a little bit missing from this particular page of your comic and your cover so far?
What's that?
Perspective.
Well, this was my attempt.
No, you said line weight, and because line weight is something that you are constantly telling your kids,
Yep.
and so is perspective. So
Yep.
that is also missing. For you didn't have a Tillman in your life.
I didn't. I tried. Look, I want you guys to see. I mean, we're not even down to that panel, but look, I tried perspective,
Well, I look forward to that.
and everything is flat. This coming Friday. Okay. Let us know.
Do you want to make your tea or something?
And then
Did you use the spray?
we have our main character say, "Hey, is anybody home?" And his shirt is awesome because it says "Fear smells and you stink." So I was very edgy when I was in high school.
Water helps.
and now, looking back, this was a ripoff of Humberto Ramos. That's a ripoff of Humberto Ramos. I know because of how he used to draw lips. So I liked Humberto Ramos' stuff way back, and I think it's from when his run on Gen 13. But yeah, so this still ill-fitted and horribly proportioned person was a ripoff of Humberto Ramos' drawing somewhere. And then, of course, we see everything in detail, but because I don't know how to draw birds, we have an outline of something that's supposed to resemble a bird. Because his familiar is a bird. Right? And so, our bad guy, he goes, "Where are the outcasts?" And then our hero says, "They'll be here if I need them. You best call them because my team, the Bounty Hunters," by the way, we had great names for stuff, "are on their way." So that's our introduction to what's happening. And I love to cut people off. There's like no feet. I'm surprised they're hands, to be honest. All right. And then eventually I stopped coloring because that took too long. We got 2 pages in. And then, of course, so this was back in the day when you would hand letter your stuff and always run out of space. This is awesome. And so, of course, he does the laugh. Okay, the one thing that really kills me about this guy, our main hero, is that I didn't understand how to put hair on people. And so, like, his head would, like, round to where the hair would start, and then I cut his head off. And I placed like a toupee on his head.
Oh. I just had an idea.
So look at that. Look at that. You see that? Like there's no head. Like there's no top of his head. It comes up like it's supposed to be, and then it goes whoosh, head gone. Amazing. And it was like, "You trying to be funny? I don't see your bounty hunters." And then of course I don't understand comic layout, right? So we would have read this one first instead of this. This word bubble would have had to been over here, but anyway. So then we see that guy who you can barely see because I didn't want to ink the shadows. Like I inked it, but then I didn't ink the shadow. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, it was like, "You won't be laughing when we're finished with you. Bounty hunters, front and center." And then so, because I used my whole perspective knowledge, right? So here's this, right? Here's this can. Here's the guy. Here's the door. The door of this guy who's apparently just kneeling on the floor for no reason. And he breaks open the door, and then out of the Fire Emblem comes our buddy our buddy from 13-year-old Tillman, Fire Spider. And then we've got random dude hiding behind this. So at least I tried to stay consistent with the environment. It's so stinky. Yeah, well, whatever. Brother, this guy stinks. Oh, look, my children have decided to come and heckle me. But where did he go? He's literally right next to this can and to this thing. Like, where'd he go? Consistency, right? I did the consistency thing. Okay, so then they showed up, right? And then we have a shot of eyeballs, who we don't actually know whose eyeballs they are. The story of an only child rather than playing with army men. No, I had plenty of G.I. Joes. I was out a lot playing with my G.I. Joes. I would be this sad. And so I made some. That makes sense. I understand that. Alright, so we got eyeball. He's doing the rock eyeball, and we don't actually see whose face it is. And he's like, "Where did you find these crushed jerks?" Because I was so edgy with my writing. And then there's something that's supposed to be an arm, but we don't really know whose arm that is. It's just a panel of an arm. And then it's like, what's the matter? You have a big mouth, but you're still scared. And then we see this smiling mouth here. But once again, it's not attached to anybody, so we really don't know who it belongs to. So it's a little confusing. And then Razor, who's the bird that we didn't really see, but we saw. Right? And it goes, "Razor, attack!" And at least I had the good knowledge to have him coming this way, right? To kind of stop him. He's the bad guy. And, there's a little storytelling there, so that really worked. And then my lettering of awesomeness, right? Scree! Because I don't know what birds sound like. Then, we got some stuff. It's not bad. It's not bad. I know I lifted this panel from another comic, right? Because look, it's actually pretty good. Right? So obviously I lifted this panel from somewhere. You can always tell when I lifted a panel from somewhere because it's better than all the other panels. I just straight up stole stuff. Then we have him frying the bird the wrong way, right? Because consistency would say that he would have to be over here because the bird was coming in from this side, so we'd have to fry him the other way, but he's the action is going the wrong way. And then he says, "Anyone up for fried hawk?" And there's a weird steaming pile of feathered death there. And then, of course, it just says, "No!" And he says, who doesn't look like this guy at all anymore, he just says, "Kill him!" And then we have a G.I. Joe Viper who randomly showed up. He's screaming, "Die!" The little guy behind the trash can was like, "No problem." Fire Spider's like, "Yeah, let's shoot him up and stuff." And then we have these hands who we don't necessarily know who they belong to. Right? And
If I was this bad, I would be sad.
he would be this sad. Yeah, I'm like, I'm so glad that my kids came to heckle me.
This guy stinks. Now you know what I went and did.
So then we see some rubble, which should have been a bigger panel, but But then we see him getting up, right? And it's like, is he dead? Guess not. Did you miss me? And his hair is so dark that the twists from his hair is darker than the shadow on his body, because you need to be able to see those. It's very important. But the one thing I have to say, as weird as most of this comic is, like, I have some interesting lettering. Like, I have to say that I stole some pretty cool lettering, so that's cool. All right. And then it's like, I don't know what sound effect this was supposed to be, but it goes scree-ka-yow. Scree-ka-yow is the sound effect of him getting blasted in the chest. And then he's like, gotcha! And then you can see the consistency between the character that's not a thing. Because his face got really long. Gotcha! And didn't really understand word bubbles. Or how you should really make something longer. Like when you like, please. It was like, please. It just looks like I made a mistake with the keyboard. No. SKREEEKYOW. So then we see him down on the ground, and once again, not knowing how word bubble should go, like this should be over here, that should be over there, but it's stay back. He wants us to well, it should be boss, are you all right? And then stay back. He wants us to bunch up, and then there's this little bomb. Right, it goes boink, boink, and he's like, too late, and he got really buff and short in this panel. And then we have an explosion. Be right back. All right. And we have this explosion, right? That's, once again, like I said, the font, I thought the font usage, like some ideas, right? I was like, boom! And so there was a big explosion. I'm surprised that these pages haven't yellowed even more since, you know? So there's that. And then he's like, the pacing on this. And then here you go. See, like I said, you can always tell when I've lifted a panel from somewhere else. Because you're like, oh, that actually doesn't look bad. It's like, yeah, I stole it. It's like, I'm tired of you taking cheap shots at me. Wait a minute, you didn't throw that bomb. Then who did? Once again, it would have been nice to break those up, but you know. Oh my God, you are so slow. Here, let me show you what hit you. And then it's like, oh, look, you know how to draw. You can draw. You forgot how to draw. Then he's like, I'm going to create this bubble. And then all of a sudden, it's supposed to be magic powers, you know. It's still on paper and not on TV. What? This would have been great. Are you really? Oh, you're saying the story itself would have been boring? Yeah, I understand. I didn't know what I was doing. Leave me alone. Anyway, so then we get to the infamous 1990s, I gotta turn the comic book because we needed more space for things. And then we get the whole big reveal of this is our X-Men team. Right? And so we've got Element. He can turn any element into another. He can also turn his body into an element. And we've got Ghost Bear, a Native American who is ready to fight for whatever he believes in and has the power to do it. And we've got the Black Hole, who's up here. Alright. The Black Hole, an ex-chemist who gained his power by being covered in chemicals in a murder attempt. Then we have Taisha, who got a little bit smaller, but I still don't know how to draw women. Because that. A young woman whose powers are unknown to her, but she is ready to find out. And then we had Sure Shot, who became a square with an elongated neck and broken fingers. Look at those fingers. Look at that hand. Look at that hand. Oh, woo. Sure Shot. He is the leader of the team, and with his skills and mutant powers because the X-Men, he can hit whatever he aims for. Okay, now, as an older, now now that I've gotten out of my own like headspace and I look back in this, it's rather funny because this last guy is called Omega N. And I mean, for me, I now thought that he means something else because, you know, he looks like, you know, the color of it looks like that. Go like that. But it's supposed to mean Omega Ninja, right? And the last ninja of his clan, he has a mutant power so bizarre it can't be defined. Omega N. I'm sure Shot was one of your characters. And we turn back. We hit the final page of today. And he's like, I'm not impressed. Bad placement of word bubbles. And he's like, while he's trying to impress us with his light show, why don't you tend to the other goons? Already gone. We're one step ahead of you. And he shoots him. He's like, you dare mock me! Also lifted. Because after looking at the other... These two were lifted from another comic. Because after looking at the hands, it's like, oh, look, you can kind of draw hands. I couldn't. I can't, no. So he gets hit. And he goes flying over here. And I'm just breaking the 180 rule however I see fit. Because he's going this way, and then when we see him next, he's going that way. Just not necessarily thinking about how the camera would go around at all. Cutting him off at the chin. Bad. And he's like, not bad, but a black Mr. Clean has got to do better than that. What do you say we start round two?
Such a high school insult.
I know.
My little heart went right back to my own high school days. I was like, geez Louise, my guy. That is some teenage shade.
I love it. And like I said, the shirt that he walked in on literally said, fear smells and you stink. I mean, those were the shirts that I had. I'm not even gonna let the stupid stuff like that, even though I had no right wearing them. And this is what I submitted to the Savannah College of Art and Design to be a comic book artist. Like I said, luckily I had some other stuff that was more traditional, right? It was copying a lot of masters and stuff, so that was a lot easier for me than creating and trying to make stuff up out of my head. And I think for me, that's the big stuff that is hard, right? We all kind of learn by looking at other stuff, and then a lot of foundational people will tell you, look at that apple, draw the apple, right? But then if someone sees you on the middle of the street and says, hey, draw an apple, you know, that becomes hard. And so, yeah. But these pages have been, I mean, it's not that they've been well preserved, but they haven't died at all. So these are good. At least you submitted stuff. I did. Hey Skip, how's it going? When I was a senior in high school, my friend and I wrote a 300-page book. It was so bad we never showed anyone. After this, I'm going to burn it. So no, don't. Look, I'm sharing with everybody because, I mean, I'm still mad at this. I know exactly what comic book I lifted this from. This is from, I don't know the number, but it was an X-Men book where it was starring Wolverine, and Wolverine went back to Japan to fight the Silver Samurai, and Wolverine was just dressed in this kimono. I remember that. This whole book is, well, I would say at least 50% swipes from other books. Yeah. Actually, I was sure shot because I never missed the bell. Oh, okay. All right, Miss Ebony. I remember my dad and I met with you before I enrolled in AIW, and I had nothing. Yeah, I mean, that happens. I don't think that this is what made them go, you know what? This kid, he's gonna be, because I know it wasn't. I was able to pay the bill, and they're like, yeah, let's take his money.
Education.
Hey,
So important.
educate. Oh, super important. Yeah. Because let me tell you, when I graduated from undergrad, I don't think I was much better than this anyway. I had more knowledge of what I was supposed to do with comics, but I still sucked. Like, there was no way I was going to get a job. Ever. Welcome back, AG. But yeah, so... But I still have this, and I keep it in the same folder that I had from high school. And I'm like, yeah. Maybe one day we'll redesign Fire Spider. Maybe. One day. But I do have some stuff. I have no idea what's in this at all. So we're going to find out together. So I was working on this stuff when I was in grad school. So this is the stuff that I worked on in grad school. This was 03. And I still so badly wanted to be a comic book artist, but didn't have the drive to want to be a comic book artist. But I loved making characters. We really need to redesign Fire Spider. But I loved creating characters and doing the world building for this. Looks like Raph Jones from King of Fighters. So this guy was actually, it was all about wrestling. So this was about wrestling. We wanted to do, so a friend of mine and I wanted to do a comic based on our own wrestling league. So we had to make up all kinds of new characters and stuff like that. So yeah, I made this guy. He looks like Raph Jones. I'm okay with that. And then while I was in Florida, well, before Florida, I was doing tattoos, and these were tattoos that I was putting on my characters. Because why wouldn't you want to draw this over and over and over again on a person? Still didn't learn. These are all supposed to be like back tattoos. To be fair to you, you would. You're right. So these are, like I said, these are all just tattoos that were supposed to be on the people's backs and stuff. And then kendo stick fighter, a little perspective issue there, but oh yeah, that's right. I had my this was my Lita character. See, I got a little bit better at drawing women. A little bit.
You traced her.
I traced her twice.
Exactly.
Okay. 3 times.
Third time's a charm. Ooh.
What?
Those actually look a little bit like you wouldn't know about this because you were in Germany and you were a boy, not the target market audience.
Oh yeah.
But they had a Barbie fashion plates
Oh really?
thing for a little while, and these girls that you're showing right now, they kind of look like her. So it was a head plate, a chest plate, and a bottom plate. So you would like make your outfit, and you would scrape.
Oh, okay.
You would do like it's like a relief where you scratch a black crown over it.
Oh, okay.
And then you could like color it in and stuff.
So you have to increase the character sheet. You know, once, twice, 3 times a lady.
Don loves me.
See, like I said, I got a little better at drawing ladies. Oh. Whoosh. This is our European champion and tag champion. This guy was based on me. So we made wrestlers in the Nintendo 64 No Mercy, and this was my character. This guy. He was a bad guy. better. Rather my
It
drawing.
looks like if one of the NSYNC boys, and by that I mean Backstreet and NSYNC together, wanted to be in what was it, TNA or NWA, whatever your wrestling was.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it? They look like they went right from
I can
the
see that.
recording studio to the wrestling ring.
I can see that. I can see that. Oh, and then look, turnarounds. What? Look at that.
That person looks like they had a light coming out of their head.
This one?
Yeah.
Like they had a leg coming out of it?
Yeah, whatever the bandana ties are.
Okay.
It just doesn't read really well on my small image on my phone.
I was like, look at me doing turnarounds and stuff, even in
Same pose
poses.
from different angles for some reason.
What? Yeah.
Shadow Warriors from Double Dragon.
I look members of Shadow. Oh, he's on tight.
Woohoo! One
Oh.
week till Skip has something new.
Nice. This was the bad guy German, right? He was the Übermensch. Because you always need a bad guy German. So. Most of them colored.
Hi, Doug.
It's
How you doing?
it's not Rey Mysterio. It's not. It's Phoenix. This is Phoenix. It's not Rey Mysterio. I promise. This isn't.
Even I think that looks like Rey Mysterio.
This is not at all based on Rey Mysterio. Like at all.
Is it based on May Rusterio?
Yes. Günther, yep. Decided to revisit last week's. Okay. It's totally not Rey Mysterio. It's Rey Mysterio Jr. Obviously. Obviously. Yeah. This is that guy. And then,
That
Ooh.
looks sad.
huh?
Because no one will pet him.
Uh-oh. And this is my goth thug. My Sting.
Those are some big space dad shoes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Big space dad shoes. Tiger mask in business casual attire. Oh look, it's that sumo guy.
Yep.
Slim taker.
It's my. That lady I was told I traced. Oh, a random character that's not part of this at all. But it was done in marker, so I kept it, I guess. Pencils for new. This is my big boss man character. We called him Simon.
Now I'm just thinking of Alvin.
Nope.
Simon and Theodore.
Another design for the guy that the boss said looked like an NSYNC character, and then tattoos, and then tattoos and logos and stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't. I'm gonna draw all that again and again and again. No, not Simon, but like Simon.
That's stupid.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say that I was the brightest when it came to
I'm not saying
names.
you're stupid. I'm saying that name is stupid. I'm allowed to say that.
You are. I'm just saying. I'm like, look. And here, this was my AJ.
Hard rate. Did you just win something, Kaiser?
I don't think so. I don't think anything was played. I think it was just rigged. Yeah. Nope. So this is my AJ Styles character from when he was in TNA. So.
Oh, I love you, Tyler. You are so handsome.
These were actually created later.
It's so fun.
Because I was in Florida at this time. And this guy is actually based on a friend of mine from Florida This was his backyard wrestling persona.
Yeah, at least let me see. On your hands.
And then we, back in the day of WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy, when they had like THQ Man and stuff like that, so we created Sweet Odd Man, which is Suck It Up or Die Man. Then we had BDF Man, which was Beatdown Federation, which is what which is what it was called. BDF, the Beatdown Federation. And look at my tattoo, because tattoos and stuff, because that's, yeah, logical. And then, so this was representation of the friend who was writing it, and then this was me. So we were both commentators. Some of the belt design. Nope. And then I did thumbnails. I did thumbnails for the book. I can tell you that I did not draw them all. And then here's a script, which we're also not going to go through. So here's the cover page. Yeah, this is supposed to be the cover.
Ow. Ow.
This was back when I did a lot of this weird stuff, where I was trying to be like David Finch, but didn't understand what I was doing. Which is funny, because once he told me, I was like, what the heck? I should have known that. But yeah, so that's a cover. 3 characters here. Our two heroes would be right here. Then we have the belts. I actually made the belts. And I want to, not to say that my belt designs are better than what the WWE is putting out right now, but when you're just making pennies and calling them belts, it's kind of sad. All right, so then page 1. And look, women that look like women. So that was it. Big splash page at the beginning. Once again, really not understanding the whole hatching thing. I did see the new tag belts and stuff, so. But page 1, page 2. This is where they were talking. Look, I even put in the boxes of where we're supposed to say stuff. Look at all these people. Look at all those people back there. I swear to you, I was trying. I was trying. But this is where they're talking about how they injured like the main champion. And I have to say, it was really fun doing these because I just got to look at a lot of wrestling. I got to watch a lot of wrestling, take pictures and stuff like that. But look at how dark everything is. Like, everything's in dark shadows. That was my thing in college. And tiny heads. Look at his head. Look at that head. That one specifically. One right there. Because everyone else, oh, his head's tiny too. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But, calling people out. How dare you people? Do you know who I am? These little Goonies. Then everyone stood in opposition. And these people, look, I drew people. I drew so many people. Look at that. It's like for some reason I cared about this. This is probably one of my. This was my favorite panel. See that? AJ, I'm pretty sure you'll appreciate that one. And then not understanding physics. When you push down on a rope, it should go down. But it didn't. But yeah, it was great using reference here and stuff like that. Like I really did enjoy drawing these pages. These are the only ones I have left though. What do you say? Oh, within the last few years, it's for puzzle wrestling content there. Backstage, behind the scenes interaction with the athlete. Oh, that's cool. That'd be fun. Oh, look, it's turnarounds of BDF man. Also, and I had these sheets. I've been doing these template sheets for a while. Like I've created them a long time ago, and I've used them. I'm gonna keep using them because I think it's just real easy to do quick and easy turnarounds.
Euthanize. I've never really got that one. Exactly.
Sweetheart man.
Yep, EUTHANIZE.
Oh, back in the day when people would tell you, oh, you should, I didn't even recognize that I was doing it here too. When everyone told you, don't draw the arm there, don't draw the arm there. It's like, you can turn to the side and show all of this body and pull the arm back. It took me a while till I got that one. And absolutely not knowing how to do folds. I'm just making stuff up as we went along. Yeah, but this is clearly a mistake. Like, you look at this and you're like, wow, you don't know anything about folds. I did not. That's cool.
So because usually what I do is I sketch and then I'll follow the reference for the sketch and then like past that I just do whatever I want. I don't care if it's like realistic or not.
This is one of the main bad guys. One of the women was having fun. Hi. What's up, Whimsy? Sometimes I get lucky with it. Yeah. You, Whimsy, you came in at the very end. You missed the high school reveal of artwork, college wrestling thing, where I showed off that I kind of got a little better. Mostly winging it. Oh, I saw it on the other account. Oh, okay. Yeah. So there you go. Trip down memory lane. Makes me really go, man, if I had more time or money, I'd make someone else do this wrestling comic. Because it was kind of fun. But I think now I would actually try and do it more in a Lucha Underground kind of way if I was going to do it. Alright, let's see if we can save this.
Is it bad?
Yeah. Too much color and too much water all at the same time. But this is I like what's happened here. This is an interesting thing because I had water and then put ink on it and it kind of formed this kind of thing. So I was like, that's kind of cool. So now I'm really just gonna play around with it and see what I can do. Because I might be just trying too hard, like to dilute it so much, and there's really no reason to.
That's fair.
So I really do enjoy the fact that I like the fact that nobody's expecting anything from me when it comes to this stuff, the watercolor stuff. So Experimenting is good.
So now what are you doing now that you're done with all that?
I'm gonna keep watercoloring, cause Ty made me.
Good.
He didn't make me today, but
Let's see, you gotta do it.
yep. So now,
Watercolor Wednesday, silly.
yep, I know, but
No, but
otherwise I'm gonna be doing, boring stuff.
no, because you have to get on that influential, like, super mindset side of TikTok and ask yourself, is it one day or
Right.
day one?
I have an extremely busy day starting in the morning, editing my taxes, so I'm going to an early night. Have a great day tomorrow night. Thank you. Good night, Miss Ebony. Have a good night. See you later. So, how was everyone's weekend? What you guys do over the weekend? Anything fun?
I went to a winery.
Ooh, how was that?
It was fun. It was my first time ever being at a winery. I ordered fried cheese curds and beignets, and I shared them with Marcy.
I want beignets.
It's so
You're gonna really like them when you take me out there, Kaiser.
Okay.
They have bacon.
They have bacon?
Yeah, it is a sweet dessert. It comes with a little bit of cream and strawberries, but like it's got that sweet and savory going on.
Nice.
Then I hung out outside with a bunch of my gal pals, and then we walked down to the island. It's really just like not an island, but it is. So we walked this bridge. And you stand, people fish there. It was cute. I took pictures.
Is it just an open, like anyone can come in type of thing, or?
So it is a winery, but like you can come in and because people brought their dogs and just went on walks throughout the paths and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Some people just came and they went to take their kids fishing right there. So like it is, but it's not. You know, like they are relying on the fact that you'll probably stop in and grab something to eat or buy a bottle of wine or get yourself a beer or whatever while you're there.
Okay. That's
And
cool.
It's really nice, and you can bring your own food.
Oh, wow.
Because a lot of people come for like to do like a wine flight, or they have they have a whole distillery on site too, so they do sell their own alcohols.
That's cool.
So like some people will pack their own picnic, go and get a bottle and throw a blanket in the lawn and have fun.
That's really fun. Or at least it sounds like it was really fun.
I thought it was fun.
So AG finished 3 commissions and the monthly challenge, and Dawn went to work yesterday. Sorry you had to work yesterday. That sucks. Oops. It was not fun. I'm so sorry. But did everything cooperate though? Because I know sometimes your machinery friends don't work well. Was that why it wasn't fun, or? Set for me to be phased by. Nice. Machine robots are fine. New boss. Oh. Let's sit back and watch the chaos. Like, let's just let that happen.
I think mine was on Tuesday. Why is this so big?
Most school don't do this.
They do like SATs.
Yeah, but you don't have to take SATs. SAT is optional.
What about the CAT?
CAT? Yeah, because that's CAT test. I've never had to take the CAT test at school. Only in
I think it's
homeschool.
like the British test.
Yeah, we took it when we were homeschooled. That is so nice if you never have to take SAT.
Cat.
No school.
Oh, it's code link. That's cool. Thank you for sharing your past projects. They were awesome. Wish you the best. All right, Judith. Thank you so very much for coming and hanging out.
You know, now you've been up for 6 years.
Yeah, I do. You like it. That's why you asked that one. Huh? You don't like that. I was like, earlier. Yeah, but it's not really a lot.
You don't have that many places to live.
Hey! Yeah, he's sitting for existence.
What's up, Future? How's it going? Apply for a sponsorship? Ooh, do tell.
It's like right here, okay, right under his ear.
It's Future. How's it going? What you been up to? How was your weekend?
To be mad, impressed, or angry.
You don't know what it can be.
No sad, impressed.
You could be
Card Kingdom. What's that? There's other rounds. Like, ooh.
go to bed.
For most of my magic. Oh, okay.
Good, perfect time because you didn't take a shower like you should have today. Alright, Kaiser.
Your brick and mortar catch up. Seattle.
I hung out till 10. I can't hang out any longer.
Thank you
Bye,
so much
guys.
for hanging out.
I tried.
I love you.
Oh, that's good. Oh, Tyler, I love you. I'm going to bed, though.
Yeah.
I was outside all day in the sun. I'm a little tired. I have to get up because your daddy's leaving early tomorrow.
It was hot today.
Gonna be hotter tomorrow.
Really?
Yep. I left my water bottle in here because
Okay.
my hands are full. Will you just bring it up when you come up?
Sure. Doesn't need to be refilled.
I haven't drunk from it since you gave it to me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, nice.
Huh?
Bye.
Good night. Sorry.
I just wanted to make sure you knew I love you and that I was saying it.
Sorry,
Bye.
I'm making Chinese food like it. Thank you. So, you should put some maybe that. Do you think you should make it that if you try to take out a baby?
Dinner.
Yeah, do you think you try or do you think you go just do that?
And then he
We probably could get the hit to see how long they get. Like, I think you.
I messed it up. Tyler. Yeah, I'm gonna mix it up really good for you. You probably can't solve it from there. That is mix it for real if you can't do it. See if I can do that for you.
Yeah. Were they open? Were they open to the idea of the sponsorship?
And then he dies.
And he's like perfectly good at it. But he's just like young and put them on the couch. So. You think he'd still
And he
pretend?
can hear you.
Yeah. Do you think he would still pretend that he really sits on the couch because he's fat and lazy?
Really, we feel like jump on the bus.
Not only, no, he makes me so mad sometimes. Because you know, if you don't have them for long enough, it's just jump on the couch. It makes me so
We
angry.
never know when we get too fat.
But could you imagine Sheldon seeing a dog, but if he was in his youth?
Oh. Oh, okay.
Because he didn't used to be like this. He used to be nice. A nice man. Yeah.
AK just asked if you're still willing to house sit in June.
I am.
June, July, when?
June.
Like early June?
Our kids are in school too, remember?
Oh, no, I know.
I don't know when.
June. Oh,
Are
yeah,
you
no.
are you friends with them on like Facebook or whatever?
Yeah.
You can just message
Oh,
them.
yeah, never mind. I thought it was July. I don't know if I'm
Why? What are you doing in July?
July? Like the end of July?
No, like the beginning of July.
No, but that's why I was asking you if it was in the beginning.
Yeah,
Because
no.
at the end, the Daddy and I are going on a
I
trip.
know.
No, that's what
I know.
Where are you guys
Means I
going?
have to
Even if your
explore
mom
some
goes
other
to-
possibilities. Yeah, it's true.
And then Mom can get you back all by yourself.
Yeah, no, I was like,
Where are you
I
going?
wasn't even.
Germany.
Yeah. I wasn't
It's
even.
his graduation present. If you get a 4.0 in high school, they'll bring you to Germany for your graduation present too.
You got a 4.0?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nerd.
Thank you.
No, he just turns his stuff in on time.
Look at my English grade.
Will you go brush your teeth and go to bed?
My, I have like a B plus average.
You can have a B plus one thing is not all.
No, I wasn't even gonna tell Miss Precious about that.
Yeah, no,
because
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
not
I'm like,
her
don't
business
even
to-
bother Mo about it.
I know Mo knows about it because I'm excited about it, but like Mo likes everyone in this family, and they wouldn't care. Then they'd be sad because
Yeah, but at the same time, they'd be happy because they would be here getting all the attention
yeah.
anyway, and then you would be sending them updates from Germany.
But yeah, I'm still gonna have some.
And we're just working on a watercolor. Okay, so I've found something, a little technique for the way that we're doing watercolors, or at least with this, with the thing that I have now, the brush, because it allows, because I can pull directly from it, and it won't be a problem. So I don't have to squeeze out the water. What?
I said I like this one. I think it looks good.
It's getting there, but we'll see.
Yes. We need a 4.0.
Come on, Sean.
Would you like to shave my head bald?
I want to dye my hair.
I thought that's a really good thing.
I want to dye
That's
my
funny.
hair.
You walk around bald because we wouldn't just come to the feet. Like every time we come out, we just start laughing.
Just like when Daddy shaved his beard.
Y'all were mean. What the heck happened? I mean, I know I'm like forceful, but man, I didn't think I had that
Okay,
coming.
so I am abusing your child. I'm full on slapping him in the face. However, not hard, and he is throwing his body all the way against the wall as an attempt to duck.
Oh, okay. He says, I'm scared. No, whatever.
Sean, that's why.
Come here, 4chan.
Sean, you gotta lock in this final semester so you can get that 4.0. It's middle school.
Just turn your stuff in.
Just
Just
use
be a
Chat.
bit clearly.
Use ChatGPT like every other middle schooler.
No, because then I'll just be dumb.
Oh, yeah. So apparently your school district is having a problem with the AI filters. Do you want to know what they're having a problem with specifically?
What was it?
Deepfake. You can't put a picture of your classmate in the AI art. That's bad.
That's great.
I don't even have any sign in the chat.
It's not that one.
I don't have any of the picture ones. I only use ChatGPT because it's free and I don't have to download it.
But apparently that's a big problem in the middle school. And I'm like, yeah, that's funny. I mean, it's bad because
Starting to come together.
yeah, her computer's got policy issues.
It's not.
It's funny.
I mean, I smeared it here, which is a problem, but
The high schoolers are over here going, ew, relationships, and you guys are going,
I just made it.
but I'm liking what's happening here because I thought I had to like, if I dilute it a lot, I get this, right? Which I also like, right? It's very diluted. And it allows me to spread it more. Like here you can really see the watercolor marks, right? Like you can really see the watercolor marks here. But this is way more subtle because it's a lot more water. But this is kind of interesting because it's right off it's a lot more in your face. So I think like I'm like, oh, if I can get this, because I like this takes a lot longer right here. I like this, but this is just, I don't know. I think this is more me.
Yeah, I was about to say it feels like your style, like more your style.
Yeah. So
But I like it. I think that's good.
yeah, it's really starting to come together. And I think that if I come in and ink it, maybe just with a brush, try and get the nice light, thinner lines, not thinner, but darker lines.
Yeah.
I might need a smaller brush,
Yeah.
to like really kind of hone in on the darkness. Because I think the one thing that I really don't want to do is ink it. Like at the end, because
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
this is really nice. I mean, it's coming together as a real nice watercolor thing. I would hate to lose the aesthetic of the watercolor because I put ink, like actual ink on it. Because it seems like we can get pretty, we can get really dark colors. So maybe. Oh, we're starting to figure stuff out. That's coming along nicely. Thank you. Seems like we're starting to figure some stuff out. It might be dangerous eventually.
I keep, every time I do arts and crafts, I invite Brown to do it with me.
Mm-hmm.
And he always tells me no. And I'm like, you know, if you want to sell stuff at cons, you have to make stuff. He's like, yeah.
It's like, you gotta start practicing.
I don't even say that. I'm just like, if you want to make money, you have to have stuff to sell. Because that is practicing.
Right.
But at least to me,
It
if
is.
I were a little kid, it sounds less boring. Because practicing just sounds boring. Practicing sounds like work. And Gun always turns me down.
I'm sorry. I practice with you. Look, see, I'm trying that right now.
I know. I'm just, because you know how he gets at the con.
Yep, I sure do.
People don't buy his stuff, so I'm trying to help him. Because I keep telling him, like, do paintings. People like paintings.
Yep.
And you're cute. You gotta really hone in on that cute stuff. Right?
While you still can.
Like, that's what I did. I made things. That's what baby's doing. She makes
Yep. And I was like, while you still can.
Than Abigail. It would especially be good with both of them there, but they're both doing different things.
Yep.
Because then people be like, oh, I can buy one from each of you because, like, I'm not going to get a bracelet from each place, you know?
Right.
But he doesn't seem to care.
No. He just wants it to work without having to really do anything with it.
I mean, and I understand that.
I understand that too. I mean, who doesn't want to just get paid for doing nothing?
Exactly.
Because, I mean, I know I do, you know? Iggy, what's going on? Watching makes me want to watercolor. Watercolor with me!
Yeah, definitely join watercolor.
You should join. If anything, you should join us on Watercolor Wednesday. I think that's going to be a thing now.
Yeah, watercolor Wednesday. You finally accepted my idea.
Yep, I'm finally accepting it.
I'm so happy.
Because I'm learning. I'm just...
Good
Up,
idea.
you do, but I'm up here learning new stuff. Like, that's the thing that's really killing me, because I'm like, all right, I found out, like, doing water on water and then just going, all right, this is really wet. And then to just come in and literally take the ink, like, right out of the palette and just dip it in there and watch it bloom.
Oh, I love doing that.
You know, it's just like, oh, that's really cool. So, this for me is just the process that's happening here is just so... It's actually really fun.
Did you check out any of those people they recommended?
No. When? It's like, when?
I don't know.
No.
Hey, Friday.
Nope, but I'm going to. But see, then I get to do stuff like that. Like, I just smear this out just to, you know, kind of build out the shoulder. Oh, man, this is going to be... like I said, don't let me find what I'm, like, if I find exactly what I'm, once I find my style, when it comes to this, it's over. Because the bad part is that I'm liking it. So, I mean, it's not a bad part, it's a good part. The bad part is for everyone else is that I'm gonna figure this out, and I'm gonna figure out how I want stuff to work, and it's gonna be awesome. So I'll probably do color pencil stuff during a while. All right. Eventually, I'm gonna start adding watercolor pencils to my stuff.
I could never get my watercolor pencils to work.
Well, I do know the one thing that the one thing that I want to do is really be able to work with those, and because I want to be able to create some weird designs, you know, like I want to be like, ooh, let's do this with it. So, oh,
What?
I thought I heard something, you know, phantom hearing stuff. But one thing with this, the color goes off so fast. Like I have a little paper towel over here, right? A little paper towel over here. Just comes off so fast. Where, you know, they normally like, oh, you gotta get the brush and you gotta twirl it around, you gotta do all this stuff. Nah, not really.
No, I just don't clean my brush. Like, I just put my brush in the water. I don't even, like, clean it
I
off.
was like, no, not really.
Honestly, that's probably one thing bad that I do with watercolor, and when my stuff gets muddy, but I don't really care.
Hmm. I do like the way it's coming out. I really do. Clearly see though that I need to do a little red layer.
So, it didn't do badly.
Okay, looks good. It seems like it held its curl.
I treated my hair very gently today so that it would, but I'm just saying it didn't do badly.
Okay.
So, I can use it.
Yay! Didn't mess up much.
She's really good. She needs to work on ability to see this thing. I wish there was a lot of people who has no clue. That's why I hate bubble and block letters so much. It's called track. Yeah. See how it's like, you know, it just gets squished right out. I like her ice cream. So she's been learning. I never did. Can I shave your head off? Buzz, buzz. Fine, no, let me shave your hair off. Hey Kaiser,
Mm-hmm.
can I shave all your hair off?
I mean, if that's really what needs to happen, then sure.
It doesn't. Maybe after con season. Well, that's right. You do cons all the way up till December and you start in January.
Should shave witches.
Which one's not like me? Which is the fall? He doesn't love me at all.
I wonder what his price would be.
Well,
Some more farm my hair needs to go. There's only room for one more farm pot in this house, and I've held that time. depending on where it is.
But it was
I
like
pull
right in the middle, so I pulled it. I pulled the first one up and then the second one down. I don't want to hurt.
Do.
TikTok's tired of seeing your little catfish hairs.
I don't personally think so.
Shogun, did you do this Rubik's Cube all by yourself? You're so smart, dog. That's what you should take a picture of and put it on your TikTok. Like, Shogun solved this all by himself. Here, look. There you go. Take that picture.
No.
Oh, did you give him his pill?
I did?
Okay. Awesome.
You're good.
Kai's a good dog owner.
No.
So tomorrow is not your super long day, but it is your late day.
Yeah, so it's just my normal weekday.
Yeah.
Wednesday is my super long weekday. Friday is so
Normally I would say let's take the dog on a walk in the morning, but tomorrow is not the day that we can do that. I had to take Brown and Baby to school.
No, it's just shower in the morning. 'Cause I was gonna shower today.
Yeah, shower in the morning. And then I'll put my new product in your curls and see if it helps you during your frizzy hot day.
Now, if I take my shower early enough and just braid my hair.
Yeah.
You don't have to. If you don't want
No,
to.
I was looking to make sure I didn't have big hangnails. Yeah, I can.
It's really
Unless I
hot
sprout big hangnails overnight.
Because it's just it's really hot this week.
And
so
gross.
if it's not gonna be braided, I'm just gonna pull it back. 'Cause I don't
Yep.
want it.
I'll attempt to braid it for you.
I think we're gonna have to stop this one because the paper's getting too saturated.
After it dries, can you come back to it again?
Mm-hmm.
Just making sure.
I'm about to jump into this
Because
one.
I know with markers you really can't.
No. That's the crazy thing about this. I'm like, oh, I should fit. Oh, wait, no, you can't. Don't finish. They keep telling you, no, don't finish. Cool watercoloring. Thank you.
I need to sketch out that one city painting that I want to do.
Mm. Oh, are we going to be doing the head challenge?
Yeah.
Is it? Are we going to start it during the sketchbook challenge time, May 12th through August 28th?
We got just all the challenges at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Do you want to compile or have me compile 100 heads?
I think it would be cool if we did like the same heads.
Okay.
Because then it would just be cool like how we did them different.
Okay. All right. So for this one, since I did it a lot more subtle than this one, I'm going to still try and use the color a little bit to have it desaturated. trying not to mess up the subtlety that was in here, but still make it a little bit darker. And I got to remember, it's gonna dry. And it's gonna dry. Salvage the lady. I don't think there was anything wrong with the lady. I just stopped because it was the end of the stream. She should breathe fire while shooting lasers. It's so funny working with these watercolors and then realizing like how dark you can get something, and then like over here you're just like, oh, just add a little bit more water, and then it becomes so much less vibrant. Such an interesting utensil, like a medium, I mean. What's that?
I said 30 days fiance. I keep saying it on TikTok. And also the wife's
Being able to come in with water and push the color around. It's a really fun medium. So do you want to pick some heads?
Sure.
Do you want to do like, we'll do 50 each,
Yeah, that's good.
and then we can just put it on a folder that we can both, or something.
Yeah.
Can-
That's good.
You okay?
Yeah, just standing up. That's so far.
I'm just trying to see about adding a little bit more sharpness, you know, a little bit more saturation into it, because it was very subtle before, and so now I'm just trying to see if I can punch it up.
Yeah.
Right now I'm just working with the black, and still not, you know, not trying like, oh, I'm going to cover up everything I've done, you know, with the gray. Let some of the lighter gray still shine through and stuff like that. But
Just kind of give it like some more contrast.
yeah.
Who should breathe fire?
Or
Oh,
I don't know.
okay. Say no, maybe I was missing something.
No.
Yeah, I missed like a colossal part of the screen. Holding it all. So I do that sometimes. I'm scared. I'm gonna have to check my English grade tomorrow.
You're silly.
I don't know. I'm not feeling confident about those essays. They were stupid.
That's fair.
You can't tell me to do a research essay and give me 3 freaking sources.
It's like that, like I said, that's fair.
The heck comes up from this? He's like, so yeah, and especially my one about smoking. It's just so boring because the website I got to use was so boring. And because I'm only allowed to use one set website, I couldn't actually research anything about e-cigarettes, and I don't know anything about e-cigarettes. I know what vapes are, and that's about it.
Right. See, being able to come in with just straight dark. Now, to have to come in and like outline it without trying to dilute it. That's the part that's the hard part.
My phone has not been charged.
about to come in here with some of these browns. Try and get that to work out too. All right. So what are you doing, Ty? Anything? Huh?
I'm just watching.
So no. Well, I don't know too many people who like being sick.
I know, but what do I do to deserve being sick? Like, why is this week against me? On threat, urgent reaction, sickness.
That's true.
Like, what the heck? What
You
did I do?
like who'd you make mad?
My English teacher.
Eh? Maybe. You think she put a voodoo and put a curse on you?
I hope that stupid kid in my online English class will stop telling me what's wrong with this course. I don't want to do work.
Like, I didn't ask for this.
But it's so funny, I can't read her. I can't read if she's like annoyed that I keep pointing stuff out.
Right.
Or if she's like happy. Like, oh look, it's a kid that pays attention.
It's really hard, you know. And I don't, you know, it's not like I know everyone there, so I couldn't even tell you.
Exactly. I think she's annoyed because whenever I bring it up, she just says, well, I didn't make this course.
Mm.
I'm like, yeah, but you posted everything. I'm like,
Yep.
English. Like, you should know how to proofread. And I'm not saying before she started the class, proofread the whole course. But before you post this week's assignments and announcements and stuff, just proofread that. It's like 4 sentences long. Like, it is not that serious.
Son is not having the best of times with his college experience.
Maybe it's just a sign. Maybe just online English is for me.
What?
Maybe just online English is for me. Maybe it's a sign.
Maybe. Okay, so that's very wet. Still. I'm teaching, so far I'm teaching a summer class that I'm aware of.
Oh yeah, summer class.
But, you know, it's online, so it's all good. at that coming together. Ooh. Ooh.
Coming together.
I mean, definitely different styles. Man, once I figure out what the... Oh. I'm like, ooh, dangerous.
You're gonna do like giant paintings.
Yep. I mean, like I said, once I'm confident that I know what I'm doing, that's when it's gonna be fun. I mean, not saying it's not fun now, but
Yeah, but like you'll have a very fun time. Be extra fun.
yep.
Then you can do anything you want because you know what you're
I
doing.
know what I'm doing exactly. You leaving?
I had fun hanging out with you.
Thanks for hanging
I
out.
wasn't gonna say I'll hang out with you tomorrow, but you won't hang out.
Nope. There's not gonna be a stream no stream tomorrow. Good night. It's my monthly date day. Someone jumped in before you?
It's evil. But that's okay.
Yep, you'll just get to stay with me for a little bit.
Okay, that's great.
My dog is snoring.
How could you guess?
It's like, indeed, my dog is snoring.
Good night.
Good night. This one might actually benefit from the black, an actual what was I gonna say? Actual inked line. Soften some of this up. Even that, way too much. Looks looking really good. Thanks. Pull some of this down. A little more black, maybe. have to let this bad boy dry too. And I really do think we need to leave that alone, let that dry, and then ink it. A few days until May, I know. It's like, I know. Countdown starts. So I wonder, wait. It's interesting. So see, the problem I'm having is that not blending, right? no, that's not supposed to happen. It's blue. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. He's like, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too wet. That. Just add that extra. Just add this extra little bit, like come here. Alright, we'll clean that off. Cap. As best we can possible. Have a good night. Alright. Oh, it's time? Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. I'm just gonna put in this chin right here. Like so. So, like how that's really Alright, I better stop. Get very tired, yeah, I understand. Hey Google, what's going on? Showing up right towards the end, are we? How are you doing? Oops. Doing good so far. How are you? I'm good. Trying to teach myself how to do watercolor. Alright, we're just gonna come in and tighten this. So, then since that was where we were gonna stop, we've now made it towards the we've now made it to the end of the stream. Thank you. Yay! Thank you all so very much for coming and hanging out. Especially for seeing the reveals of high school and college stuff. Yeah. Glad you were able to be here. That was really fun. So there will not be a stream tomorrow. I'm taking the wife out. So there will be no stream tomorrow. But I will see you back on Wednesday, hopefully. And you will join Tyler and myself for Watercolor Wednesday. where we will continue, well, I will continue to try and learn something new about watercolor by constantly doing more and more stuff. Like I did with this one. And with this one, I'm trying with this. So, we're trying out new things. So hopefully you'll join me on Wednesday. But until then, thank you all for coming and hanging out. Like I said, it's been really fun. Thank you so very much. And always remember, born a ninja, die a ninja. And I will see you all on Wednesday. See you guys later.
The Ninja Empire is supreme, dominant, and unstoppable. Our ninja spirit is fueled by fire and driven by razor-sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer the wrath of the Ninja Empire.